After so many years, the road has come to an end. Time to give up on World of Warcraft. This has not been an easy decision, as you can imagine. We have a team of people who work here now, putting stuff together for you guys to hopefully put a smile on your faces. That is all we aim to do. And in terms of WoW, we have to kind of stop right there. So I'm going to clarify a few things. Not everything is going away. I'll explain why shortly. Let's do the reasons first. Get that out of the way. So first reason, obviously, is the recent allegations. That was really the straw that broke the camel's back. It is the tipping point.
That's the same metaphor I used.
Out after all we've been through with World of Warcraft since probably the beginning of BFA, that on top of that, this environment has existed within Blizzard to the point now where they're staging a walkout. I've just been checking and updating myself on this. Is that the staff are doing a walkout due to Blizzard's awful, reprehensible response to an abhorrent situation that has been plaguing Blizzard for a very long time in terms of its harassment of women. And then
it's not really the time or the place to talk about this, but the reality is, like, Preach's hair is actually looking pretty good. Like, his hair is looking pretty fucking good, man. And this whole hair transplant situation is looking a little bit more positive.
Feel comfortable promoting and advertising the game, which is essentially what happens. That is the relationship I hold with Blizzard, with having a large audience, is that we produce content, we check out content that's in development, we get to see things a little bit earlier in order to get that out to you guys as a promotional tool. That's how Blizzard sees it, and in return, we get to make fun content about a game we absolutely adore.
Imagine that.
I no longer feel comfortable doing that at all. That's reason number one. It's hard to get past that for me. It really is. It's too hard. It's too big of a hill to climb. Reason number two is, at this point, I honestly have very little positive to say about World of Warcraft. It does feel like, for the last few years, Blizzard has really pushed to have players like myself leave. It does feel that way. We've talked about it a number of times.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not the target audience anymore. A great deal of the changes and directions that Blizzard have gone in, I've been very outspoken about. And BFA in particular, and this is relevant now, is one of the expansions where I essentially had to bitch and moan throughout the entire expansion because systems like Warfronts, which are unlosable content, islands that had no variety... Actually, that's not true, Preach. We spent 30 minutes standing AFK all together collectively, and we intentionally lost a Warfront, Preach. That's not true. You can lose Warfronts. Actually...
Azerite armor, which was just a plague on the game since it came in, with refusal to allow us to even trade it at all. At one point, it didn't matter on item levels, you couldn't trade it whatsoever. You were locked into it because it was super special, or Blizzard believed it was super special. And that's the line that we draw, is that what Blizzard believes is not what I believe. For a long way.
I agree.
A further example
I feel the
of just
exact same way.
Near enough every feature of the game that has come in since BFA has been either half developed, undercooked, a missed opportunity is how I would describe it most accurately. Certainly when it comes to Shadowlands, Torghast is a missed
the way that Blizzard cooks things is they cook things like you cook a floppy disk or a CD-ROM in a microwave. That's how Blizzard does cooking. With the game now. They throw a fucking, one of those AOL free trial CDs from back in the day. They put that in a microwave and they say, boom, there it is. It's cooked, guys. Look how hot it is. It's on fire. No, Preach was one of the ones. Like, I remember even back in Legion, he was one of the first people on the Legion announcement. I remember watching his video, calling out Blizzard for this bullshit with the legendary system. And even I gave Blizzard the benefit of the doubt. Preach didn't back then. Preach was like, this is going to be fucked. And he was right.
The Covenants are a missed opportunity. There is so much that could have been done with each of those features that just hasn't been done. They've let us down far too often. Shadowlands launched with the idea that we were going to put all the systems into the game at the start so we can just tweak and modify them and make them more fun as the game goes on, instead of having to constantly reinvent the wheel. They let us down with that, and immediately in the first patch, with the addition of the Shards of Domination. Take a moment to really emphasize this, because I think the Shards of Domination sockets and the armor really exemplifies just how distant my point of view is with World of Warcraft and Blizzard's vision of World of Warcraft. I have heard reports in the last week or so, directly from some contacts, that Blizzard is confused as to why the players are disgruntled with Shards of Domination, because in the eyes of some people at Blizzard, they're basically tier sets. Now let that sink in for a minute, because when I heard this first and then heard it multiple times from different people, I was honestly gobsmacked. This is before the entire...
it's not. There's no reason to be surprised, Preach. Everything makes sense if you operate under the premise that they don't play the game. If you operate under the premise that they do not play the game, everything makes sense. Like, it's like, oh, well, yeah, oh, of course they think that. They don't play the game. Well, of course they think it's like tier sets. They're not playing the game. Like, everything. Or they're dangerously inept. No, I think they actually just don't play the game. That's really what I think. And if they do, they play the game and they log in and they do like a heroic dungeon with their wife, and then they log off.
Revelation. I hear things a lot that they don't talk about on the channel.
And that's it.
But to hear that like 2 weeks ago, something like that, I was really shocked that anybody at Blizzard would equate Shards of Domination with tier sets. How can you equate something that is not stylized specifically for your class? One of the most exciting things that people get about tier sets is seeing their new tier set. What's the new rogue one? What's the new paladin one? What's the new themed around my class that I love and enjoy? My main character, what is he going to get going into that new raid? A lot of them don't even care about the bonuses. They just want to see how cool they look. And is it got the warlock themed going to be plagued one? Is the rogue one going to be stealthy in some way? How's it going to equate to daggers and all that kind of stuff? But Shards of Domination don't do that at all in any way. The bonuses that come with tier sets are spec-specific. No, they're not always enjoyable, but they usually offer some sort of gameplay variety.
They change the way you play the game.
Throughout the entire expansion.
Yeah.
It might be something as simple as death coils proc more often, so you get to throw a few extra ones in.
Yeah.
Something that gives a little bit of flavor, a little bit of spice to your character. Gems that provide...
Yeah, tier sets were what made gameplay in each tier feel different a little bit. Where like in BFA, basically... every single tier that I played in BFA felt kind of the same. It did. It felt like it was pretty much the same thing. Every single one. It was the same fucking thing, man. It was boring. At the end with, I want to say at the end with corruptions, that did change.
Flat damage increase are about the least creative thing in the universe for a video game. They're not interesting at all. I can't even tell if they're working without using third-party add-ons. How they've been equated to tier sets is beyond me. Now we look at the further problems, and I'm glad I'm recording this in the evening. Because what we've also seen with Shards of Domination, and we saw this on the PTR, we told Blizzard about it, they're not balanced. The Unholy one is way more powerful than the Frost one and the Blood one. So everybody wants to get the Unholy one. We could test this within minutes. Minutes of acquiring them on the PTR. This is the quickest, easiest check in the world to figure this stuff out. Blizzard leaves it as it is. So when the game comes out...
Again, why is that? Because they're not playing the game. They're not playing it. That's why. Every problem in WoW can be answered with that simple explanation.
And we point out all the problems with this. Acquisition, not getting the ones you want, the randomness of it, and the fact that you decided to add like a 10% DPS increase for several classes. Should they get lucky? No tier set in the game has ever been like, oh, you just do 10% more damage than everybody else in your team now because you managed to get your 2-set bonus. That's not how this works, but this is how Shards of Domination works. And not only that, they're really boring. A bit of leech, a bit of flat damage when I attack a mob for a few seconds. I can't tell if it's going on. It does nothing for my gameplay. They're really boring.
Yeah, proc and it does more damage. So this is how it changes your character. So there was 3 numbers. Now there's 5. That's crazy, huh?
So you made a massive damage increase. You made it really boring. And then, after weeks of players scrabbling to get these things, being disgruntled with them, being frustrated with them, being relieved when they finally get them, being even angrier when they still didn't get them, farming Raid Finder, Normal, Heroic, etc. to try and get the armor to put these things in, because unlike tier sets, you made them twice as obnoxious to get, because you needed the gems and the armor to put them in.
Well, that way you got 2 things the person's got to do, and that they've got to spend twice as much time on this. That's what it is. That's what it comes down to. It's like it's all time extension mechanics. Now, I've heard that the Blizzard players in WoW right now are doing like a logout or a mass logout in Ouroboros or something like that. I feel like it's just mostly performance. Like I've been staging a mass logout for a week. Like I don't know what else to say. Really, I don't know what else to say. Just don't log in. Yeah, I'm already ahead of them.
Right, they've nerfed them into the ground. It's embarrassing for you, Blizzard. And this is the reason that people are just angry and frustrated. You created an entirely frustrating, annoying system.
Yeah.
When you said you wouldn't. Then you made it really boring. Then you made it super powerful. And then after all was said and done, you then crushed it into the ground. Embarrassing. Because everybody told you about this stuff before the patch even came out.
Well, that's never happened before. See, it's never happened before that Blizzard has introduced a system that was widely unbalanced or wildly unbalanced. And then players told them that before the system was introduced. And then the system got introduced and it turns out that it was imbalanced. That's never happened before.
It shows a lack of effort. It shows a lack of quality control. A lack of regard for players' time. It just comes across to us as players as you don't give a shit. You don't care. You just make us jump through hoops, and then you move the hoops, and you make the hoops smaller, and then you tell us the hoops are pointless. They don't earn you anything anyway.
Surprise!
It happens time and time and time again. And it's always plagued by problems that players such as myself see within 2 to 3 minutes of checking the system out. Hey guys, this isn't going to work. It's got this problem, this problem, this problem, this problem. These are glaringly obvious problems. You don't need to be a specialist in game design or a master video games critic to spot these things.
Yeah.
And here we are
with
you doing it again. I'm lost for words with the direction that this game constantly goes in. I don't recognize it anymore. I don't. And I'm so sad because the idea is I should grow out of the game and go on to do other things and be tempted by the new biggest thing.
Yeah.
But that's not what's happened. You've just ran it into the frigging ground for players like me. And I say for players like me because I'm not speaking for everybody, but players like me are just endlessly frustrated and disgruntled with being treated like this. Because we enjoy your game and we constantly end up chasing the fucking feather at the end of the stick, round in a circle, and then you just tell us it was all for nothing anyway.
Yeah, that's the worst part, is you work your ass off for something like this, and then they introduce the new tier, and everything that you did is deleted. Like, it doesn't matter anymore at all. Like, it's just like they take it and they put it in the garbage.
All because you didn't plan it out properly, you rushed it, you didn't take care and attention. I can tell you now, if I was sat in that room and this thing was suggested, I would have said, no! Why are we doing this? Who is this benefiting? Why is this fun?
Yeah.
Why the hell would anybody be excited by this? Why are you giving it a crazy damage bonus? Didn't we say we weren't going to add more systems? Isn't there room in the conduit system for something like this? Can't we focus on making legendaries more interesting? Can't we focus on making conduits and soulbinds more interesting? Because they're really boring. And you keep making us grind renown for it. So, all through BFA, I spent my time trying to get these changes implemented, which we kind of saw at the end of Battle for Azeroth. At the very, very tail end of the expansion, they finally started to relent on these things. And probably with 9.3 or whatever, they'll relent on some of this.
Of course, I can't wait for 9.3, whenever the expansion will finally be ready to play.
I can't in good conscience.
It's going to be great.
Consider spending the next 6 months of my time, however long it takes for 9.2, to moan about this game, because it just comes across that you don't care anyway. When I see changes like this, it's like, well, you don't care, so why the fuck should I care?
Exactly, yeah.
Right? If you can't tune legendaries before a patch comes out, or domination shards,
or even
the
try,
which are all completely out of whack.
Well, I'm sorry, but like, if you have to do like 50% nerfs and 30 and 40% nerfs, it's because you didn't even try. Like, whenever every single player that is able to make content and everything like this is able to figure this out, and the only people that don't understand it are the ones that work on the game, you have a problem. A big fucking problem.
Why the fuck should I care? Why should I? And I don't anymore. It's run out of me. You've killed my passion for this.
Yeah.
You've absolutely killed it. I was presented with two options, which is either I spend the next 6 months bitching and moaning, which is somebody who just wants to make videos that essentially not for free, because we're supported by you guys financially.
True.
And we hope you continue to do that. But My channel was demonetized, and the rally of support was entirely because
Patreon,
we wanted
right?
to keep pushing because we loved the game and we wanted to make these videos. We wanted to talk. I want to sit here and nerd out with you about World of Warcraft endlessly. I want to do that because usually we're talking about great, fun stuff. Little fun builds we can do. Classes that are more interesting than they seem to be. All that kind of stuff. And I'm passionate and care about doing those things. And all of that has been taken away. All of it. And it's been done lazily. It's done haphazardly. And believe me, to the devs who may watch this, I appreciate how hard 9.1 has been. I've seen all your tweets that you had to do entirely from home. I truly, truly appreciate how hard you had to do it. But at the end of the day, I'm a customer.
The game sucks. It sucked in BFA. It sucks now. The philosophies that they developed the game around and designed the game around are bad. They don't play their own game. They are incompetent. Yes, it sucks that you had to work from home. But whenever you were working at the office, you were making garbage too.
I'm served a half-cooked steak. I don't want to eat it still. I don't care. Like, it's not... I don't care is the wrong word. But I'm not overly... It's not my issue that it was hard to get the meat or the ovens broke or whatever it might be. And that's... I still don't want to eat it. I understand that you worked hard on it. I really do.
Well, here's the thing, right? If I go to Wendy's and I order a hamburger and they say they ain't no hamburgers, you want a chicken sandwich? I say, fuck no, I'm going to McDonald's. Well, Burger King, probably. But, like, that's the thing, right? If they don't have the shit that I want, I just go somewhere else. I'm not invested emotionally in Wendy's. Well, I am, but not in that way.
And I wish it wasn't this way.
Yeah.
But it is this way. It's absolutely this way. And so for that reason, we can't do it. So I hope that... I can go endlessly, because it literally... There's nearly everything in Shadowlands is just is the same. It's a missed opportunity. It's half-developed. It's the bare bones of what it could potentially be. And it's just sad to see so much lost potential going along with it. There's no end to the amount of subjects. So I think the Shards of Domination one is a prime example.
Do you feel like... you want to know what felt like the fucking... There's just too much? That made me think that, like, Blizzard really just had no... They had, like, no creative ideas anymore. It was the 9.1 invasions in the Maw. Because that is the same thing they did in 8.1. That is the same thing they did in 7.1. You just have no good ideas. That's all there is to it. It's just there are no good ideas.
So what are you going to see from us then? Well, there's a few things I still want to do because I care about them, and I think they celebrate the player.
Yeah.
And I think that's the important distinction that we made in our team meeting where we decided this, because obviously it's extremely scary times. Because, you know, losing a lot of your audience, which is no doubt there are people who only care about World of Warcraft stuff.
Yeah.
Fine. If that's the only game you ever want to see videos on, okay. Drama time is going to stay because that's a celebration of the players and the silliness that goes on in being anonymous in video games. We even include other games in that already. So drama time is going to stay. There are 2 projects with World of Warcraft I would like to finish, which
if Preach wanted to actually have longer videos and more content, just add EVE Online into drama time and you'll never run out of content. You won't even need to do any other content at all on your game.
Believe celebrate the player. One is the Legacy series, and the fact that I no longer... Because what I've been doing for months is I don't stream World of Warcraft. I stream 5 days a week. And we don't stream WoW because it's very boring to watch.
It'll go on forever.
So we do variety. So that meant that for World of Warcraft stuff, I was then finishing the stream and playing 6 or 7 hours of World of Warcraft afterwards in order to create the YouTube content.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that now. So I can have that time back to focus on the Legacy series. And I really want to finish When the Classes Were the Best series. We started that last week, and you guys absolutely adored it, and it was fantastic.
Mr. Pandaria and Legion. So easy answer. Problem solved.
That series because I think it's super fun.
That was
and
a short
entire
video.
Series and the Legacy series is focused on the players' behavior with these specs and classes, and that's what I find really fun. And plus, I love making them. It's as simple as that. I love making them, and they're not relevant to what's going on in the current day World of Warcraft. It's nothing to do with them in any way. So some of you can say, well, you're not walking the fine line or whatever, but I don't care. That's what I want to make. On top of that, luckily we've been producing or getting ready to launch a second channel. We always wanted this channel to be the World of Warcraft channel.
That's smart.
Couldn't see a reason not to do that.
That's smart.
is to have the main channel, or what we call the main channel, is the World of Warcraft channel, because there was no reason not to do that. And so we were preparing to create a second channel with the team, and they've been working on that in a while. That'll obviously be coming over here. We're going to make some mistakes. That's the way it goes with launching new styles of content. We are going to make some mistakes. So hopefully you'll ride along with us for that. That's all I can ask for, really. Is I hope and pray you'll ride along with us and give us a chance. If you're interested in those things, we will look at other MMOs. We are going to look at all sorts of video games. And basically, I'm going to make what I'm passionate about, because...
That's smart.
All the passion is gone for me from World of Warcraft. Am I quitting the game?
I feel like it's obvious that he feels this way, and like I think that a lot of other people feel the same way. It's just sad. Like, in a way, I kind of feel that way. The real passion that I get out of WoW is playing with you guys, and I know that sounds sappy as fuck, right? But it's true. Like, I like doing the little mount runs together. I like Jibu. Is Jibu on? Well, he's not anymore because he quit the game. But, you know, is whoever the fuck out you monked up on? I remember there's this monk from Proudmoore that would also have lockouts that I could do too. And it's like I had these people, and we had like this extended community and this extended family of people that would play together. And it was like this cool experience. And there's Tiger Panda and Bodegro and, you know, all of these people, right? Like I can never give that up. I can never replace that. And that's something that transcends patches. It's something that transcends raid tiers. It's something that even transcends expansions. It's something that is a perfect experience. And I do look forward to the day that WoW is good again. But I think that the reason why we got Legion is because people would not accept WoD. And I think that people should not accept the bullshit that they're doing in Shadowlands.
The only commitment I had was to my team. I put together a raid team to clear Sylvanas Heroic with old mythic raiders from varieties of guilds. Now, I will say I have done that. We did that this evening, just before I recorded this. Yet they want to do another kill next week for some guys who couldn't be there tonight, so I'm going to do that. But in terms of day-to-day play, absolutely not.
Damn.
Not doing that. It won't be on stream or anything like that.
Wow.
I'll finish that and then probably stop. I did say this morning, and I'm going to link to a more emotional take on this down below.
Damn.
Which you can look into if you want to. If you want more context for this, it'll be on our highlights channel. Which is...
Solar, thanks for 10 subs.
If the entire Blizzard culture... I never say never.
Appreciate
so if
that.
the entire Blizzard culture comes across like they've done something positive and good, like they managed to fix this atrocious, awful internal situation they've got, and they managed to get their heads out of their asses in terms of what direction this game should go in, and more respect for the players, because it feels like there's no respect for the players. It almost feels like Blizzard resents the players.
Like, that's what I was saying before. Yeah,
if that changes,
absolutely.
I'll come and have a look.
Yeah,
I'll come and check it out. It's not going to be WoW coverage, but
dude, that's so sad, man. Like, I don't know. Like, this kind of bothers me because, like, Preach it's the same as like Mad Season, but like for me, like I always would watch Preach. Like I watched Preach forever, like longer than I watched Mad Season, honestly. And it's like he was playing in vanilla WoW. Like I remember, like he has one of my favorite WoW videos of all time, The Legacy of the Burning Crusade. I watch that video about once every 6 months, man. I just love it. And it's just so sad for me to see this, man. It really is. And it's just, it's disappointing, man. It's just fucking disappointing. I think that, like, I think things will get better, but it's not going to be anytime soon.
Maybe. I'm never going to say never, but for the now, I can't see it. Certainly won't be covering things like upcoming 9.2 changes or anything like that. That's stuff that you're probably used to from my channel. So I apologize for anybody who's, like, saddened that that's gone, but I hope you understand why I've made this decision. And I've had a lot of contact with people who are like, you need to stay to support the innocent people. And I totally get that. There are thousands of innocent people who do not deserve to have people like me bashing on the game. And have worked...
There's actually been people who work at Blizzard. Some of them, you know their names. They've reached out to me, and they've even said thank you for what I've been saying on my stream. They said thank you. Because there are a lot of real ones that work there. Like, it's not like there's like a bunch of like, it's everybody there is not bad. Like, as I said, it's like, I think the best example of it, right, is like if you have a cup of water and you take 1 or 2 drops of red food coloring and you put that in the water, that's going to change the entire water. but really, it's just a couple of little drops. It's important to keep that in mind.
Really, really hard, and will be saddened that I'm bashing the game and be upset at what I'm saying. But ultimately, I have to measure it by my own moral compass, and I feel like I just can't justify World of Warcraft and support it anymore. From my point of view, I have been supporting a game that has been actively working against me and players like me for like 2.5 years at this point, really.
That's an
what
understatement.
It feels like, just actively doing things to disrupt and frustrate players like myself. And I know other players have felt the same way. Not everybody will, but that's where I'm at. Anyway, considering it's been so many years, I think we had a good time, didn't we? I think so. I think we had a really good time.
Yeah.
I'm going to miss it because, you know, for a long time, up until about 2 years ago, this job that I made into a job from just enjoying this game was so easy. So fun every single day. But it's not been that way for a long time now. It's not been that way. But I think we had fun along the way. We had some memorable moments. Chris has whipped together...
The thing is, like, streaming is, like, it's the same thing, right? It's like, whenever you have a game you want to play, dude, streaming is, like, it's not even a job, right? But if you feel like it's like, oh, Valorant's really popular and you've got to play Valorant, but, like, secretly you actually just want to play Minecraft, you fucking hate streaming. Because you not only have to play the game and do the thing that you don't want to do, but you, on top of that, have to pretend like you like it. It's like whenever you have to deal with asshole customers in retail, you can at least have like a break in between the customer and be like, I fucking hate this shit, right? But on stream, you have to fucking fake it for 6-8 hours. It's a lot.
Very short notice, a little montage of things, which is a bit emotional for me. I haven't even watched it all the way through, but on to bigger and better things, hopefully, right? So if you're looking for any more information, preachgaming.com, we'll have stuff there, and obviously the live stream if you want to ask me questions or anything like that. But that is the situation, guys. If you're looking for day-to-day World of Warcraft content, it will no longer be here.
Damn.
Okay?
Fuck.
Love you all, you know. You guys gave me great opportunity. I got to travel the world because of World of Warcraft and Blizzard. I was treated very well by them eventually, at some point. Recently,
it's been back and forth. Let's be honest.
I am at a loss as to how this happened.
Wow, that's whenever he
Hello, ballers! What's going on? And welcome to Preach, the Daily Preach. Blizzard used to make bosses that had just really stupid mechanics. They made things that were just fun. You guys know I love a good story. A good story can be anything, but especially
oh, that's the Dragon Soul buff.
Take opportunity.
Remember 40-man raiding? I do. It fucking sucked! It was too hard. But the truth of the matter is...
Yes, dude! And then they go outside, yeah.
In the last video, you said we didn't transmog enough. Well, here you go. You should follow along with me, see if anything relates to you, or maybe different points of view.
Aw, man.
Hey, come on, big guy. Come on, let's go and get right.
Looks like an easy help getting dressed in the morning. It's Houston, you got the higher gear score, let's go.
Give me your cup, where do you live? Where the fuck
oh, yeah, I remember this.
Where do you fucking live?
Oh my god.
Don't
it's crazy
touch
it's been
me.
that long, man. Garrison resources? Wow! Wait.
Thought you'd never...
Bro, Preach was doing this meta that long ago? Oh my god. I didn't even... He's a pioneer.
Thought you'd never ask me. In a fire! Oh, we're not gonna bring the shit races, are we?
Whoa! Whoa! The spirits!
Oh yeah! Island expeditions. Remember that, dude? Those were the days, man.
He tucks me in every night.
Dude, island expeditions. Those were the
Forum
days.
Man is here to solve your problems.
Fuck you, man. Are you trying to fuck me on the stream? You trying to make me look like a fucking dickhead? Woo! Fucking awesome!
Big damage. Yep. We watched that
Now
one on
we've got
stream.
Fucking kill you, Chris. I
We watched that one on stream, man.
That's the bit. Once per week. So far away! It's on the other side of the roof, bro! It does feel like in the Shadowlands Blizzard went out of the way to disrupt you guys. No, Chris!
Yes, they did.
No! Give me the mouse!
Mana pearls from Nashtatar as an inspiration.
Oh. Well, you know that kid's not gonna play a Moonkin. Yeah, you know that kid's not gonna play a motherfucking Moonkin. I say that for sure, man. Oh my god. Obviously this is a sad fucking video. It really is. Like, I actually am so I'm so disappointed to see that. It's really awful, and I see these comments and everything like that. It's just depressing, man. It's just fucking depressing to see this. Yeah.